So last video I did my first ever crochet project and I remade it to see how good my skills have got. This video I'm gonna do the same thing but with different projects that I made. This time I'm gonna be making several different things instead of just one thing because they're very tiny and simple. The first ever thing that I wanted to make was a star. Now the backstory behind this is a few weeks ago my friend encouraged me to start crocheting and she's always wanted an accessory for her headphones that she saw on Pinterest. And one of those is like a hanging star, like on hanging from her headphone. And I couldn't do that with knitting because I know how to knit and I knew it before crochet. But with knitting, you can't really make those kinds of things. However, with crochet, once I began to learn and improve my skills, I immediately went to YouTube and I searched up how to crochet a star tutorial. So I finally made her some and I gave it to her as a gift and she loved it. However, that was my second ever project, so I don't think it wasn't that good. I don't have it currently because I gave it to her as a gift, but here is a picture for reference of what I made. Let's go see if I can remake that star. And also like an additional one, a moon. Now usually when I crochet I use thick yarn and a very large hook size because when I crochet with small hooks and thinner yarn it gets me frustrated and I don't finish as fast. It'll take me like more days to finish. This time with the accessories I definitely need lighter yarn to work with and a smaller hook size. So with the yarn I have two different options that I have as star and moon. First one is obviously my thick yarn here. This one is what I always use to make anything really. The second one is Luxor. This is made in Turkey and it's made up of 100% Egyptian cotton. So this is what we're gonna work with the star and the moon. But I want to make a star here as well, or a star and a moon on both of them, just to make it fun really. Now usually when I'm crocheting something I use my special 9mm hook, but this time this is too big for my yarn. I need to do about 3.75mm. When I worked with this yarn before, the best hook that I worked with is the 3.5. This thing is tiny. If you compare it to my 10mm hook, you can see the difference. These two, we're gonna work with them. And let's see how the star and the moon goes out. For the tutorial that I followed in the past, I followed it from this YouTuber called Lil Things. And she's actually the one that taught me how to crochet in the first place, how to do magic rings, how she holds up the hook. She also taught me how to make the moon and star. So I'm gonna link her video down below so you guys can go ahead and see it. And I'm gonna be following from her. Her steps are always so easy. She's very slow, which I love because as a beginner, I am a beginner. I need this. So I finished the moon and it's not what I expected it to be. I somehow miscalculated the amount of stitches I was supposed to do in the beginning. I will show you the moon, but it looks very weird right now. So this is what the moon is supposed to be. I somehow miscalculated some of the stitches, I'm not sure. I'm gonna redo it because I don't feel particularly satisfied with this moon, and plus I have to make two of them to stitch them together. So I'll be back with a better moon and hopefully a sun along with it. So it's the next day and you wouldn't know that because I'm wearing the same clothes, but it is the next day. And I just finished the moon and the stars. It took me a while to get used to how to do them because I wasn't used to crocheting with a small hook and a small yarn. This tiny hook is so hard to crochet with, but I still managed to finish it. And this is the finished results. I made a star and a moon with a thin yarn and a star and a moon with a thick yarn. Basically, I made two of each. This is the star and the moon. I followed the tutorial and I did both of them. I stitched them together so that it's a little thicker. It's actually pretty cute. I could hang it anywhere I wanted to, but I'd like to keep it on display as part of my yarn collection. As for the thicker yarns, this was much easier to work with, but it was also really different because I had to make sure that the tension was tight. But here they are. They look cute. I did 4 of them, like 2 stars and 2 moon, and I stitched them together. It's actually really cute. I did stuff it a little bit. Like I stuffed the inside of the star as well as the inside of the moon to make it a little plushy vibes, but I also stitched them together so that I might want to hang it up somewhere. But this is the finished result. The next thing that I want to remake is something that I followed from one of the most well-known crochet YouTuber, but she makes really relaxing videos and her tutorials are really fun. I made this kitty and I gave it as a gift to a friend. I did not know that this cat was gonna be big because she used thin yarn and a small hook, and I used a thick yarn and a big hook, and that turned into me making a very large cat, which I didn't mean to. This time, instead of making a big plushie of a cat, I'm gonna make a smaller one just as like a cute little reminder that I made this and I like to display it. So I followed this tutorial from Elise Rose Crochet. This was super easy to make. Final results I have here. She's adorable. She's so much tinier than the one that I made as a gift for my friend, and I think it's more adorable. It's much easier to finish. This took me like just a few hours, really. Not a lot of work because it's basically just increasing and then making the height and then decreasing and then making the tiny cat ears. It was barely any work and I loved it so much. I made it 2 colors just like the YouTube tutorial, but I kind of changed it up a little bit. Like I added this color at the top, and plus I wanted to finish the pink, so I decided to do this instead. She looks a little bit cute. She's supposed to be a cat, but the ears are not sharp enough, so she kind of looks like a hamster. It's a very cute catster. That's what the video said. Anyways, I'm really proud of how this went. I like to display her along with my other creations. The last thing that I made before I made the bunny was little chicken, and I made several chickens, and I don't know if I can remake that because honestly my first time making it was already pretty good, and my second time making it, and my third time making it. I made it a lot of times, so I don't think I need to remake that. But I think that's the end of the series because I already made all my old crochet plushie projects. I made the bunny, the stars and the moon into different textures of yarn, this cute little kitty. I don't need to make the chicken again. If you guys enjoyed this video, please leave a like and comment below if I did good. See you guys next time. Bye.